Hey friends, Fuya here once again. Welcome back to episode 4 of our Touhou Puppet Dance Performance Shard of Dreams playthrough. The last we left off, I guess let's touch on that. So we ended up overcoming the threat of the Puppet Liberation Front, at least for now. And we made our way over after discovering there is a incident case of some sort that might have some clues to the what's going on here. It actually seemed to really mimic our starting journey. We made our way over here, hearing that the leader over here might have it, not in the Moron Temple, but in the Divine Temple underneath, which is actually Taoist instead of the Buddhist area above. Touhou's odd. But along the way, we grabbed a few new puppets, including Hijiri, which is going to be an incredible pickup. I cannot believe I grabbed her, especially first one in the area. You'll understand why this is so nuts later on, and also why having the special defense, or one of the defense ones being marked, is so huge. It's going to be okay now, but amazing later. Also, is still going to be the same. I got Mima. Well, Mima is going to be an interesting one. I'm still not 100% sold, but I think I know how I want to develop her. So let's actually go in there and reinforce some of our... Well, okay, maybe not with her, because I just got her. But, oh, I guess I could probably do Aya. Finish her off. After that, it really doesn't matter what I put my stat into, so I could do defense. You know what, we'll just do, we'll do special defense. Okay, so that will give us fully maxed out Aya. Done. No more points can be put in there. Keep in mind, if you assign to the wrong spot, there's nothing you can do until after you beat the main game. Now, Seija, really don't plan on using her too much. I'm going to eventually swap her out, but in case she somehow does make it to the point where I'm going to want to evolve her, I will just dump all my points there, call it a day. Kane. Now, bear with me on this one. So, Kane is going to be focus attack. That part probably makes perfect sense. She's a physical base right now. I'm also going to be buffing up her speed. Now, you could look at it like this as a way of shoring up her weaknesses. That is actually not what I'm doing. I'm going to be building her towards one of her evolutions where she starts off a little bit tanky, but after her HP drops to a little half, she basically becomes a glass cannon and gets really strong. I actually wasn't thinking of keeping Kane, but I'm really excited about trying that out. So, Kokoro is one of the weakest members of my party along with Seija right now. I don't know if I'm going to want to keep building her, but which is a shame because I was so excited to get her. Right now we'll drop everything in special attack since that'll give her a boost. We're going to be dropping in full attack as well, which probably will make her not as useful, and then Hijiri can wait for later. But she'll be built for pure defense, pure tank. And that's kind of where we're sitting at. So, we already discovered everything. Oh, actually, we didn't actually do this one. Love it jumped out. Excuse me. Who else would it be? Okay, I'm going to play Ghost. Aha! Playing the skill field. Remember, I got the boost from the hairpin on here as well. In case you need a reminder of what that ability does. Reflects the effects of the status goes back on the attacker. So basically, she cannot be statused. Beautiful. Any Pokemon vet knows why that's so nice throughout the base of the game. And, you know, just in general, having that ability to ignore status effects. It feels like there should be something right here. Isn't that right, Mima? Yeah, that's about right. So, let's keep on rolling over here. That's actually over here. I remember in the other game that there is a ghost or two over here talking, but nothing here. However, there is Yoshika. I will not permit you to go any further. We are commanded not to let anyone or anything through. Jiangxi Yoshika would like to battle. Who sent out? Yoshika. Go figure. So another is neutral against poison. What is good against poison? Well, unfortunately not too much. Only earth and wind. So I do not have those. So I'm just going to go for pure damage. That's going to hurt. Yeah, I forgot she had that. Speed Rose. I've been scared. You know what? Obviously you're faster than me. Let's pass that fight off. I'm gonna go to Fiji. Yeah. This is gonna be good because we're gonna do that Spectre Warning again probably. It's gonna do jack all damage. Some damage, but not near as much. Use a tank. And fighting is not good against poison, so I should not do it. So Light of Origin it is. That, however, might do some good damage. Didn't poison me good. Okay, good, got her. Alright, I will try... I think it'll last very long, but... Get one more shot off. And we'll sub in... We'll do Cane. Hopefully she tries poison. Because then it'll just bounce right off of Kane's pure steel typing. Did not work like that, but it's been nice. Got a nice off there. Interestingly enough, steel is not damage dealing against, or barrier piercing against poison, despite what you might think. I'll throw Eye out there so I can get the experience, and everyone else can do whatever. Bye, Kokoro. Okay. Meanwhile, Aya, get ready. One shot! Couldn't help it. And level up, level up. I'm done for. I agree. We did get beaten up pretty bad. So what does Kokoro get? That is nothing that really concerns me at this point. I don't really care about wasting a turn to turn them to water while they beat on me. Could be useful? But is it worth skipping an entire turn just to do that useful while they wail on you? Not as much. The only thing you'd be doing at that point is if it was the last... Basically, if it's the last puppet of a fight, and they were focused on doing a lot of damage with, super effective moves, barrier piercing, then it could be useful. But aside from that, really, how do you want to waste time turning them to water when you can just see your whale on them or get to someone else who can do more damage? I don't know. Contract thread. This is our first of the next tier of threads. Slightly better. Doesn't really make much of a difference, but slightly better. Alright. And first step. And go figure we find a Yoshika. That is not ideal. You know what? I'm just going to swap you to someone who's not going to care about the damage. Seems a good choice. Oh, shield up. That works too. Oop. Not what I want to do. Hammer throw, why not? You survive. I will seal you. Survived. Good job. Get weakened. More expensive, better quality than steel thread. But right now we're just going to use steel thread. That's what you get for buying low quality things. Sure, we'll badly weaken you there. There we go. Aha, it does not work. But what does work? Hammer! Now, to be fair, this area does have a lot of really good puppets. Believe it or not, you actually can get Yuko and Yomu from Perfect Cherry Blossom, both of which Don't give that. They're pretty good. Give them a chance, Mima. No, they actually really are pretty solid. But I already got one good nether type. Mima, I think, is going to fit my team a little bit better in the long run. So, you are nether and electricity, so nether should work just fine. Unless you do that. In which case, here, you enjoy it. Oh, I probably should have used the steel toad. Oops. Anyway. Well, much longer before we can buy them, but not quite yet. Alright, so if I want to capture you, I'm going to be smart about it. Actually, you know what? I'd be smart about it. Got him. Alright, so if you try to do thunderclap, rebound right back. Basically, if I remember right, that's the paralysis using. But, ooh, that's hurt. Oh, well, I guess I'll be shocked though. Let me swap off to, let's see, if you're going to do that, I can take another hit easy. Energy, there we go. Oh, still faster than you. Too bad for you, Toshiko. As you can see, it still does last a little while. I think you could just, you know, take forever with it, but... solid. You know what? You are not going to be useful to me with your... actually, you know what? I want you to level, so I lied. Great Mausoleum. And I'm safe from enemy encounters here. Oh, reasonably safe. It's an absolutely beautiful area. Oh, it's cool in the actual, you know, Touhou game when you come here, but yeah, just seeing it in the Touhou Puppet Dance Performance is just so nice. Oh, what are you up to in such a place? If you made it this far, I guess that child couldn't stop you. I'm Sega. Even if I have nothing against you, I'll attack you anyway. Sounds about right. Hermit Sega would like to battle. Without Yoshika. May or may not be the last. Well, so let's get up Hijiri just for some experience here. Mima gets a boost. Hijiri's going to get a boost. It's going to do mana damage. Better than what you think, but... if that poisons me, that could be a good... Oh. Dang, gonna knock her out. Okay, well, time to get Hiji out. You know what? I wonder if she's gonna do it again. I want to see if I can get a cheeky swap over to Kane. Yep, there we go. That's what I was gambling on. And hammer. One down. Bring out Yoshika. Number 2. I won't kill. The energy will do some damage. I should be able to knock her out. And there's Sega. But I'm actually going to swap out here. I'll give Kokoro some time in the limelight. She could use some experience. I'm going to use her at all. Display brush to keep getting her level up a little bit. Soul walking. Does some good damage. Alright, so she is... I don't remember what her typing is, so this is you're going to do hand damage or nothing great. Oh, works too, I guess. Why not? Ooh, got critical. And perfect time to swap in for cleanup. Not that I probably need to, but guarantee you get the kill with Aya and go ahead. You're poisoning. Even if it poisons me, it doesn't matter at this point. And finish. Look at all this experience you're gonna get. And that is a couple levels on people. Nice. Hijiri even leveled up enough to get a second skill. Oh, splendid. Quite the amazing puppeteer, aren't you? Are you the new disciple? If so, it was meaningless to stop you. Please do as you like. Current training is painful and fun, isn't it? Yeah, sounds about right. Alright, so before we do anything else, are you willing to become a new apprentice? Yeah, are you willing to become a new apprentice to the Crown Prince? Let's do our best together. Here, you heal me. You seem tired. Let's rest here. The hermit should be in the innermost building. Crown Prince is a female, but really cool. Also another item that obviously you need to be able to swim for. But now that we healed, I forget which way it is, but there is an item in one of these two. Nope, not this one. Which I thought there was. Oh yeah, look, it's Yoshika again. So this area, as you might expect if you're familiar with the games, actually does have another character here that could be a pretty strong addition to our party. What about Miko? Touhou wouldn't be too bad either, but I was interested. Okay, that's right, there wasn't anything in the only two. This must have been just across the way I was thinking of. But if I got Miko, I might add her into my party. I actually never have used her, despite actually really liking her character in the games. Let's give it a short shot. Getting a little bit of extra experience right now wouldn't be a terrible idea either. Because, well, this game is going to get really hard really quickly. Also, boing. Ojiko is very quick. Oh, man. Two more battles and then we'll just continue on. Get Hijiri up to 15. It'd be cool to get Miko. There's Sega. Not gonna be useful, but it's cool. I'm going to Yang Energy you. Good. I want to do two of those. I'm going to do a Skill Thread, and then I'm going to do the Light Attack to knock her out. How to increase your special defense might save you from the light damage. I'm like 85% sure you're somehow related to Dark or Nether, but I could be wrong. It's been a while. Yep, sure enough. Okay, so one more fight. Alrighty, no Miko this playthrough, that's fine. We'll just crunch her and call it a day. Or will I be the one crunched? Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Nope, can't risk that one. You know what? Sure, I'll send out Mima. Chances of me getting caught by that is pretty low. Okay, good. Just throw her out there for a little bit of quick XP. A little bit of cheeky XP. Not gonna do that much extra, but I'm gonna heal anyway, doesn't hurt. Okay. And now everyone is more or less back in line where I'd like them to be, especially the new additions. Okay, cool. Alright, let's heal them and we'll finish investigating the area and then we'll proceed inwards. Which may not mean that there's much else to do. I don't think there's too many other people to talk to besides the old man up here. Sometimes the Crown Prince comes to the village and gives us advice. We're so thankful for it. So, guess what we're going to be fighting with Tochiko. Why are you here? Are you not someone here to get my and Fudo's favor? Well then, it's probably best for you not to voice your opinions. Us turning away all who come is just a story. Here, if you want to pass through, come on. I'll knock you out. Ghost Tochiko led to battle. And sent out Tochiko. Oh, this is going to be an interesting fight. think she's nether? I think I said that just a minute ago. She might just be pure electricity. Heavy electricity is her element. Yeah, that didn't go so hot, which means Skullbreaker probably won't go so hot either. In fact, I might lose this fight. I'll gamble. Oh, critical. Oh, can't win for losing. That's fine. Send Nima out there, clean up on this one. Ghost trick, I knew that was going to hurt, but should knock her out. We'll do a crap ton of damage though. That's fine. Have a healing placer right next door. I told you go round 2. Now, electric is strong against wind, so I can't just rely on solely. But I'll just throw out Cane for now. Tank it. Might not be super effective, but we'll do some damage. Also, consider yourself weakened. And consider myself shocked. Dojiko is annoying to fight against because she is shocked you all the time. Not tough, just annoying. Okay, unfortunately though, that means that I'll lose out the bonus XP for Hijiri. Well, not ideal. Don't get too happy just because you could win against me. Anyway, you won't be able to get to the Crown Prince at that pace. Do you still need something from me? What I need from you? Oh, I know. It'd really help me if you can make that noisy Fudo be quiet. Your wish is my command. This Divine Spirit Mausoleum is built on top of a subspace called the Hermit World. That's awesome. Only that wall-tunneling hermit occasionally passes by. What draws you here? I can say the same about you, friend. You know what? We did get a new ability. Let me just double check to make sure no one else did. Shadow Rush bypasses supernatural bordering thorn ivy, has increased priority. It's not a priority for me. You don't have anything different. You do. Normal attack that lands critical hits often. Actually, you know what? That could be super useful. I might end up using that in the fight coming up. You know, I will pop that on so begin energy. Keep in mind I always learn back for 2 PP, so not a big deal. Ignores the opponent's stat modifiers. I don't need shield up, it's useless on her, so I will take that. Aquatic Waltz, this was useful. Scorn, nah. Okay. That's some good stuff. Okay, let's go. My name is Mononobe no Futo, though I hath been called. Gah, thou art the miscreant who stole the object of importance from our crown prince. Wait, what? 'Tis unfortunate, but thy strategy will fail, for I hath come. Very well then, prepare thyself to know the power of this fusion of the secret art of the Mononobe in the way of the Tao. And here we go. Kais and Futo would like to battle. Who sent out Seiga? Alrighty. I feel like I'm going to lose this fight. Yeah, early game I don't have too many strong puppets. Mid game maybe where it really comes at, but you know, I will win this one because of the duh. Eventually I gotta swap her out like ASAP or she's gonna go down in the crump. That Fudo is terribly dangerous. And nice to pull that off on PGD where it doesn't matter. Then I can clean up Anaya. Nightwind. Hey, look. Blink. Okay, so I'm just going to do Feather Shot, because wind against wind actually doesn't matter. But. In fact, not too much interacts with wind. I mean, a few things like, you know, earth is, you can't do anything. Nature is weak against, or like, you know, full damage. Only steel, electric, and warped actually punch wind hard. Alas, 'tis a loss of mine own. Mayhaps this is a trial worthy of displaying the power that the Crown Prince doth hold. Mine apologies, Crown Prince, for I hath expended too much of my power in this skirmish. Very well, I shall demonstrate my support of the Crown Prince by rousing her spirit with a resounding cheer from yonder corner. Forsooth, 'tis mine duty to support the Crown Prince in spirit, even when no one else can. Crown Prince, mine beliefs in you shalt not falter. Defeat the charlatan anon, Crown Prince, post haste. That's alright. I'm sorry, I failed to shut her up. Well, think of this almost as like we're getting ready for the gym leader battle for like a Pokemon game. If this is an actual boss fight, when I said that 4 was a boss fight, I might have been stretching the truth just a little bit. I think it'll be pretty good this you might have. This is your first, probably difficult fight in the game, I would say. Obtain Hakugyo Dango, which is a rare item. Hooray for full dives. I hopefully will not have to use in this type of environment. Alright, let's do it. Oh, someone who wishes for an introductory lesson. I know, you're in for something else. Your greed says so. Well, is this Yoma book your purpose for coming here, I wonder? You see, I love the animation because they even show like, hey, is this book what you're looking for? Bullseye. Is it something you heard rumors about? Or someone's suggestions? I don't know your intentions, but I won't hand it over that easily. Shall we have a battle then? To decide it with a game. That's Kensokyo's way, isn't it? Otoku Dallas, Miko would like to battle. I was taking a drink. I was not prepared. Okay, Tojiko. That's not a good sign. That's fine, however. Oh yeah, that's right, that's not fine. Sorry, wind is going to be strong and light doesn't do anything against water. Oh, this is definitely a mismatch. What counters wind and water combined? Oh, I don't have nature, so that's not good. Ah, got it. Congratulations, Seija. You actually have some use right now. Oh, well, you had use. Now it's just... What that does is that basically everything, there is no super effectiveness. It's just straight damage. Which actually will work just fine because he's gonna... Oh wait, why did I do this? So it's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Oh, that's right, there's no issue with that. Okay, here's the real target. We gotta take out Miko. Miko has got to go down, like, soon, as we're gonna die. So, let's just start hoping we can crunch her. If she gets more than 2 turns set up, we might just full wipe. But she's not doing that right now. Uh-oh. Speed up. Okay, let's go Aya. I think Aya might be able to counter her. Damage is going to be pretty high, though. Yeah, that up-tempo gets very dangerous very quickly. Okay, so... that could be good, unless she... Oh, she didn't swap out. Okay, I think we got this. That's going to do some damage, but then... this should shot ya. Yep. Okay, we're guaranteed to win. I have been full wiped at Miko before because she just absolutely wrecks you. Well, this is probably not a good battle for me to take, so I'm going to swap out to... oh, what do I want to do here? Electricity against ground, but I don't have ground, so... oh, Kane, you're good. Oh, that could hurt. Why am I too concerned about your special defense when I'm just going to be throwing hammers at you? fine too. Lightning Charge actually boosts the damage to the next lightning type attack. Don't know why you wouldn't use it against me, but I will just continue to beat you up. And that is one finished off Tochiko. And it's all downhill from here. Okay, so I should be able to just basically swap out to different people. Kokoro, why don't you go out, and then I'll give Mima her boost. It's fine, it's whatever. Actually, is there anything I want to do with her? Nah. Swap out to Mima and get my XP. And then wipe out Futo. Unless she does a lot of damage, in this case I'll just swap again. That shouldn't do that much. Probably 1/3 her health. Ooh, critical. Oh, well, critical, that makes sense. Play Ghost is the way to go because it boosts the damage. As long as it doesn't crit again, I would laugh. But no, we're good. I think that'll wipe. And there is a very, very well played boss battle. That could have turned out so much worse. Alrighty. And there's a big level up as well. I was going easy. Yes, actually you were, because you could have spent some time boosting with Miko and then absolutely roll-tided. But I didn't think I'd lose this badly. You showed me your power, so there's nothing that can be done. I'll hand over the Yomo book. I didn't say I wouldn't hand it over. Obtained incident case 2. I didn't think there'd be humans interested in Yomo books. Well, there's no deeper meaning here. I was fascinated by the area back there, but obviously you're not allowed to pass. Also, this soundtrack. I know I've said it before, but it's so good. Alrighty. So, that was a good fight. Again, I can't stress that enough. That could have gone south so very quickly. So, thankfully we were able to just kind of shred Miko, and because that speed boost with hers, because she has that, and I think it's Gathering Stars, which gives you increased, I think it's special attack boost. So if she takes 2 turns to raise her special attack, and then also gets the special, or the speed boost over 2 turns, there's not too much that she can't just one-shot at that point and outspeed everything. So it's very dangerous, very, very, very dangerous. Early on. Later on, she's not as overpowered because you got things that can boost you 2 levels. You can out-boost her at that point, but early game, that's a very difficult fight. Tochiko, not very good option, so we'll just do this. Thankfully, it doesn't hit nearly as hard as the Dimir one. Fine, you got me. Get a quick drink of water. Remember to stay hydrated, folks. Yes, I'm aware I got a new ability on a couple puppets, but there's no rush on that. Oh, I was gonna say, wow, I almost made out with one fight. That's unusual. This isn't a good one. Might just have to swap out to the full independent. Oh no, we should do it. Now, you can be poisoned and shocked, I believe, at the same time. You can have multiple status effects going simultaneously. I think if you get a tier 2, you can't get any other tiers, but certainly that in effect. Also, could that possibly be with a leaf on their head? You did a good job getting that Yomo book. Oh my, seems this is your first time seeing me in this form. The human that gave you some guidance some time ago was this here yokai, Mamizo. This is who I really am. My bad for tricking you. Now then, you gotta look for these Yomo books on your own after this. I have no idea where any more could be either. I guess that's the end of our little chat. Seems that Haida has got something to say to you when you get back to the village. If we run into each other again, maybe we'll have a battle. Except I don't think I've ever found you. So, hard to say what happened with that, but... Make sure nothing else spawned down here. No, okay. Unless I make our way back to the temple, which still has no one in it, but it'll be a good opportunity to heal and head back to town after that. And like to stress, we're still very much in the early game. While we're making our way back, let me kind of discuss the phases of the game, just as a general. I might have touched on it before, but not in detail. So, until your puppets can evolve, up to level 30, and enemies start being level 30, that's early game. Effectively, there's different tiers of strength. Like Miko was almost busted as heck at that point because she can just roll tide. Certain puppets are pretty strong there. You saw Nazrin was doing some good work. And then you got mid-game, which is effectively level 30, which is where the evolutions can happen, to about level 50. That's going by enemy levels, by the way. Anything after that is late game. And that's where some of the, really more in-depth skills and strategies can come into play, where puppets such as my plan for Defense Hijiri, you'll understand what defense means in a bit. That's where my plans for her is going to really come into form, because she really breaks out in the endgame. Whereas Aya is a monster. An absolute monster in the mid-game. So, I was excited to get Hijiri, because that means late game I should be pretty... I don't know, I just healed again. I should be pretty much set, even with those two puppets. But we'll have some other combinations here. I'm really excited to see what King can do, actually. I did not expect her to be... I did some research after the last video, and I was like, wow, this actually looks like a lot of fun, so I'm excited to see what she can pull off. Actually, hold on, no. Sorry, didn't mean to get hide and then run away, but we have a book to turn in. It's much more interesting. We'll be back. Really, Fuya. Ah, Fuya, welcome. You found a Yama book. Well then, let's read it at once, is what I would say, but right now I have lots of arrangements to make. I need to finish before my family returns. That's right, Aki was worried about you. It'll take me a little while to prepare, so please visit Aki while I do so. I think once you finish your business there, we can take some time to read the book. Debated. Though, to be fair, I actually kind of forgot that happened. Okay, so... actually go talk to Aki. Oh, it's Fuya. Who was just here and then ran away almost as soon as they saw me. How was it? What did you hear from Kosuzu? Huh, so the puppets are affected by Yoma books? It isn't just coming from the village either. I see. Well, this might just be the right time. This is only a suggestion, but how about going on an investigation? Investigation in the human village is limited, and searching outside will get you information quicker, I believe. The danger outside the village is unavoidable, but with your puppets, you should be safe. How about it? Will you go? Yes, I was wondering how much of a game would be. That's good! Even with me searching, it will still take some time. On that note, please have this. Obtained Puppet Book. And that's the Puppet Book. It excels in recording puppets you meet using a mysterious power. Puppets will automatically be recorded once captured. I believe you'll be able to make great use of it. I recommend you go to Corindo next to start your journey. If you ask, he'll prepare some tools which may somehow be useful to you on your journey. When you head west from the human village, eventually you'll come upon the Forest of Magic. In front of that is Corindo. Please, be careful on your travels. Okay. What do you think about that? I agree. I'd like to point out, so everybody doesn't forget. She's happy. She likes me. Your starting puppet, of course, starts off liking you a lot more than, any wild puppy you catch, but they grow over time, Also, I don't believe this place opens until after you go through the Forest of Magic. Let me just double check. Yep, okay. It has a very important purpose. Very, very important purpose. Absolutely game-changing. But we can't do anything about it yet. My book preparations still aren't done. Please wait a little longer and I'll read the yellow book for you. Okay, well then I guess we are gonna bring it back later. So head west, they say. Okay, I think we got a good start. Right when I had Mima first. Yeah, Mima first, why not? Okay. One of the more iconic songs from Touhou games. I don't think there's anything new. Stop right there. The best intro song. Well, no, the second best intro song in game. You were at my shrine, right? Forgot my name, didn't she? Yeah. You're going outside the village. Didn't Sanae tell you at the village that the outside is dangerous? Seriously, are you going to take on the puppet in Japanese? Not Taku. To be clear, you are a hindrance to me. Solving incidents isn't an amateur job. Don't get in my way. If you do, I'll fight you. Just that smug look. Go ahead. I'm going to beat you up. Shrine Maiden of Gensokyo, Reimu would like to battle. Reimu sent out Aya. Oh, Mima. Okay, so Aya versus Mima. Well, there's not really a win-loss condition here because Blight's going to be just as effective as Play Ghost. So since I have the boost, I'll use it. Ooh, I may have to swap out. Okay, well that didn't last very long. But Wind is not very good against Steel, so let's send out Kane to put in some work. If I trigger. Yeah, okay, good. Good swap out. You just realize I'm probably going to get crunched by a fighting type move though. Oops. Yep, there it is. Oh, fine, you hit me, and I'll tank it and just crunch you in one shot. Now, I'm foreseeing Reimu coming out. Yep. I figured that if they drop her. Illusion. I know she's at least part illusion. It's illusion sound or ward, which none of which I have. It wasn't bad though, so I'll just do steel. Good ol' tight bonus boost. That's gonna be 20. Okay, I should be able to tank another hit. I believe in you, Kane. Don't let me down. Yeah, we good. We good. Well, actually, I'm going to swap off because I'm worried that she's going to get crunched. I'm going to go to... We'll do P-Judy. We also should be able to take a hit easy. And I will just do... I'll do Yang Energy. Guarantee kill. Yeah, nothing is immune to Dream. And then there's Suika. Very fitting for Reimu's team. Aya is probably the least fitting member, but oh god, Aya is going to be absolutely insane later on. Speaking of, that is a fighting type move, which critical hit, but not strong against the barrier. I think she has part Earth as well. I could be wrong on that one, but either way, get dunked on. Good game. Defeated Reimu. And everyone gets experience. A lot of it. I lost? Very well. I admit you have some skill. But don't get too excited. No one's going to help you if you cry. It's do or die in this place. In any case, don't get in my way. I don't care about what you do otherwise. Bye. You can get some music while walking away. That's awesome. Come back, Reimu. So that was our first rival fight, you could say. Well, one of our rivals anyway. You'll see who the other one is shortly. Oh no, I lied actually. That's our second rival fight. You've already seen the first. Master of the Master Spark and all that. But I still consider Reimu to be the main rival. Alright, I feel like we had a good run today. Walk over to the crossroads here. And boom. So that is where we're going to leave off today. I hope that you folks had a ton of fun with this one. We got to see one of the, I'd say, actual boss fights of the game against Miko. And again, that could have went so far south so quickly. Because if she gotten a couple gathered stars off and then started shouting me, I probably wouldn't be able to win. So, I'm very fortunate. But We got a little ways to go until the next big one, so we'll get a chance to kind of journey through the forest and see, well, any and all sites that could possibly end something called the Forest of Magic. Either way, going to be an exciting trip. Until next time, you all take care, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next adventure.